The 11th pick, the Miami Dolphins select
What's up, Miami Dolphins? They got some big decisions to make. There's buzz coming out of the owners' meeting, a quarterback visit that has everybody talking. So what's the direction they're actually going to go in? We're breaking it all down because one of the strongest groups in this draft is the Edge group. Is that the answer to Miami's Edge room? Who should they take? When should they take one? We got all the latest buzz. We're breaking down the Edge prospects with the player cards. And then get ready. We're running the full 7-round Dolphins mock draft. So let's dive into the war room. As always, my co-host and co-pilot, Mr. Jason Sarney. How you doing, brother?
Doing great, George. Welcome everybody into the war room, and we're excited. Big day. A lot of things happening today, news-wise. Some information out there. A player might be moving up the board.
Ooh.
Injury aside, I don't know, man. There might be a little
better
conflict.
about a guy.
But feeling a little bit better. I think the whole community is feeling a little bit better about a certain guy. But yeah, looking forward to it. And yes, man. Those edges, deep class. Dolphins need maybe 2 throughout this process.
Yes, a fun group. We'll get into all that. All right, let's start out with the latest buzz coming out of the owners' meeting. Coach Sullivan had GM John Eric Sullivan and Hafley both spoke. I thought there were some interesting points. Jason, I'll let you start off. What are some of the things that caught your attention? He talked about the offensive line, A-Chain Brooks, the corner room, the edge room. What are some of the things? I found them very direct and honest here at the owners' meeting. I thought we learned a little bit more about them.
I would like to hope so. I would like to hope if they're going to say that there are these 3 pillars, with Brewer, with Brooks, and with HN, you know what? I hope that there's conviction to what they're saying. That makes sense. I'm fine with it. Obviously, it's the NFL. If a certain offer might come through that's too good to turn down, sure. But I'm also going back to the whole lifeblood of what they've been saying. They want to build this team from the inside out. They love Malik Willis. So what you have to do when you love a young quarterback and you want him to progress and develop into your guy, you need 2 things, main things. Protect the quarterback at all costs, which screams into the inside-out mindset. And, of course, you got to get him some targets. Now, one thing that we'll talk about during the mock draft, and something that I really want to plug away here, just because the Dolphins are in desperate need of receivers, that doesn't mean you go up and get one, pick 11, pick 30. John Eric Sullivan grew up with a wide receiver coach father. John Eric Sullivan came from an organization that they can find day 2 receivers. So I'm really trying to jump into the mindset of what they're saying, what their proficiencies are. And I know that we don't have an actual sample size from John Eric Sullivan, but we have evidence of what he might be keen on. Same thing with Hafley. If he's a defensive backs coach, maybe his eye is a little bit more keen for picks in the 50 to 94 range of what he's looking for a specific defensive back. So I love what they were saying about Willis. You like to use the term, what's your bridge quarterback term?
Franchise quarterback.
But listen, it would be amazing if they hit on him as a franchise quarterback, which allows their next 2 drafts to focus on the team building around him. So I like what they're talking about. I like the potential of what they're going to do to hopefully make this all come to fruition. And we'll see if, listen, this is also the smoke and mirrors game. If they are playing that to an extent, we'll find out. But I hope that there's conviction to what they're saying for darn sure.
Yeah, I thought, he spoke about the offensive line. I had a few takeaways there, Jason. They, obviously they feel good about Patrick Paul and Brewer. Outside
Didn't
of that,
even get to that, but that was a great comment. But go on, keep it going.
Yeah. Well, which would from John Eric Sullivan or from the chat?
Well, Hafley, like, you take it.
Yeah. No, but look, here's the takeaway. I'll let you get to that comment. I think look, like we all thought, they feel good about Brewer. They feel good about Paul. Outside of that, there's competition. I mean, he mentioned Savianea needing to be more consistent. I think the questions on the right side are basically wide open. Like, they like Austin Jackson, but, he's got to stay healthy. They mentioned that. So overall, they like a couple pieces, nothing earth-shattering, but I think that line is up for grabs. And you mentioned all the time, Jason, they talk about building inside out, and they keep mentioning it every chance you get. And that tells you, I think the trenches are going to be a priority. Again, not that we didn't know that, but now I do think it depends on how the board falls. You got to be lenient, but I think if it's close, because this draft is everybody's kind of close, they'll lean to the line of scrimmage. At the end of the day, they're not set fully up front, and I think they're going to add to that group. Maybe definitely in the first round, either 11 and 30, 11 or 30. I wouldn't be surprised if it's both. I told you that. Like, I think a few weeks ago, I was like, you know what, man, this could be a line of scrimmage first round. And because you said it, and I like when you say it, I'm taking this guy for his word. He hasn't shown me everything he said in his introductory press conference, he's done. And until he shows me otherwise, I got to take the guy for his word, Jason. I mean, that's what it comes down to, right? So, go ahead.
No, 1,000%. I mean, I really want to take, like, they're very transparent. They're saying what they want. Now we just have to see them come through it. They're not being kind of wishy-washy in their phrasing like a former general manager was. It was almost obnoxious, but they're letting us know what they're planning on doing. Whether they do it or not, well, that remains to be seen, but I like what they're saying.
Yeah, and again, we'll see. We don't have a line on them yet. We'll see when the draft comes. What was the line you liked about Hafley? That you said he said a great.
No,
line?
I mean, I'm going to paraphrase here, but he likes the left tackle, he likes the center, but that's basically all he's really willing to say. Which basically puts Austin Jackson on notice. It puts Jonah Savaiinaea on notice. There is a hole at right guard, so I don't even want to name anybody. Because you need
more than a hole. There's a black hole.
There's a Grand Canyon. There is a Grand Canyon at guard, and I'm even including Jonah. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't think any single person. I don't care if you're a first round, second round pick from last year. I don't care if you're a free agent that was signed for decent money a couple of years ago. There's not many of them left, but it's Hafley and Sullivan's show. Nobody is guaranteed a starting spot right now. I mean, except and Brooks and Brewer and Malik.
Shout out to Lo-Fi 2-0 line in the first round. Let's go. Hey, shout out to the chat. Lo-Fi, Jordan, Nick, Kevin, 99, retiring. All you guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. Share it. Let's get as many people on here tonight on YouTube with us. We're going to run the mock. You guys are in the war room with us. We're talking about all the latest from the owners meeting and obviously the Edge group. We'll get into that. Quickly, he also talked about the strength of the draft. I don't know how much to read into it. You hear him say edge, safety, linebacker all have depth. He talked about, the wide receiver room having depth into the third round. How much do you take into that that they say for their word on that?
I mean, look, this is a situation where you also have to see how the board falls. I mean, if you're sitting on 2 or 3 players and there's the positional question, what can I get later? What do I have to get now at a top 3 or 4 of the position? And what can I maybe get in round 2 or 3, top 4 or 5 of the position? That still remains to be seen. But yeah, there's depth at corner, safety, edge, linebacker, receiver. I mean, there's depth look, we need everything. We know that. But there are certain positions where I think you might want to pick another one over that could be a little bit thinner, like maybe a tackle, like maybe a guard, but we'll get there. We'll see. Yeah. But there is great, as you say, that sweet spot from 45 to 90 or whatever it is.
35 to 65 to me is a real sweet spot. If they could find a way somehow, and I just don't see, unless they move back up, do a kind of move back and then move up, which Gutekunst did a lot with the Green Bay Packers. If they could add another one, I just don't think they can add another one unless they're giving up a Brooks or HN. I don't think they're going to do either of those, and we'll talk about that. But and the way he talked about the wide receiver room tells me they might not take one in round 1, but they're going to get a couple. They're going to get a couple of guys before that. Let's talk about HN and Brooks, because It doesn't look like either going nowhere. I still think there's a chance Brooks could get moved, but he made it clear he wants Jordan Brooks in the building. He called him a pillar on defense side of the ball, and A-Chain, he didn't hold back. He said he's a very important piece and a building block. Even mentioned it's a priority to get a deal done soon with him. So I think we can shut the door on the A-Chain stuff. And Brooks, I'm still not going to close the door, but you think either one of those guys both staying, definitely A-Chain.
Now, if I want to dissect words very, very heavily,
yeah,
he said, "There's no effort on my end." Think about that.
Yeah. And
I'm not jumping on the platform saying let's trade him, but that means to me, if somebody calls, he will listen, but he's not picking up the phone and shopping him out based on that comment. So I know we joke around with percentages. I think that there's a 90% chance that he stays, A-Chan. Brooks, listen, keeping him in the building now is, I think, the right move, right? I don't know how much you can get in terms of additional draft capital, maybe moving up and down the board with combining another pick, sure. But you also can get, if you do it during the draft time within the next 3-4 weeks, you can save $2.5 million. But I believe that if it's something that's post June 1st or even next year, there's more money that can free up. So maybe it's a candidate where if the Dolphins are 1-5 before a trade deadline, that's the time to say, all right, Jordan, we're going to put you onto a contender and we're going to get a 2027 pick. So, I love what they're saying. You obviously need veterans in the building. And that same thing goes for Zach Sealer, that it's not going to make fiscal sense to trade him now. You need a leader, you need a captain, you need an elder statesman. But if they are one of the bottom 3 or 4 teams fighting for a number 1 pick, and we're talking, mid-October, you might want to take 2 or 3 of those veterans and put them on a contender for 2027 capital.
Yeah, I see 90% sounds like a good number that A-Chan will be here. Brooks, I think it's about a 35% chance he gets traded. So I put it lower. I think there's still a chance. And he did say, look, nobody's untouchable. I don't believe in that. So if they get blown away, don't be surprised either way. So that's all I'm saying on that. All right, so let's get into some pro day news and a visit that's got everybody buzzing. Let's start with the pro day because this one is a important one. McCoy is the corner who I told you when healthy was cornerback 1 in this class. He did his pro day today. It's big because he had the ACL injury, didn't play last year, had a tremendous 2024 season, measuring at 6 foot and 3/4, 188 pounds, 4.38 40-yard dash, 38 vertical, 10.7 broad. He had an absolute tremendous pro day. And keep in mind, Jason and everybody in the chat, he was only 19 when he had that 2024 season. That was unbelievable. That had everybody thinking he's a top 5 pick. If he doesn't get hurt, to me, he's the cornerback 1. Seeing him test like this makes me feel a lot better about him. I think he's in play at 11. Delane is probably better zone guy. But if you're talking outside press, McCoy is legit. I think he's got a little more vertical speed too. Even the 40 times were even, him and Delane. It was interesting. But on tape, the vertical speed looks better with McCoy. I think the big thing is the knee's only going to get stronger. There's a chance he could run faster as we distance ourselves from that injury. There's still some risk, no doubt. And the new regime, we always talk about wanting to play it safe, but I think the risk lowered for me today. How do you feel about him? How do you feel at 11? Are you more comfortable?
Slightly more comfortable because, you look what he did today and it's fantastic. Now, you put the pads on, you get competition, you have actual real physicality to it, different story. So My question is this, like if I'm someone in the war room in Miami, or a boss, which is only 1 or 2 of them, over Sullivan or this, my question is this, and I'd be curious to how Sullivan answers this. Do you want your first ever pick to have a red flag of an injury? Like, I would love to ask him that direct question. And I would love to say, listen, I've run him through the ground with the medical staff. If they're going to give me their thumbs up, I'm going to give you my thumbs up that I'm safe with the pick. But clearly, if there was no injury concern, he is the top cornerback in this class, and he's young. He's obviously, at the tip of what he can do. He can only get better if that knee holds up. But whew, it's interesting. It's intriguing. For me, gun to head, I would be a little scared with depending on how the board falls if there's a couple of safer options. I know that word safe could be a little.
Yeah, I feel better about it. I'm still
I do feel a little bit
I'm not
better.
like I can sleep at night now a little bit. I'm not. If they did it, I'd understand, right? But it's tremendous what's there. I mean, 19 dominating a corner is tremendous. So it's interesting. I think it gives you more options. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I could probably stomach it a little bit more now, as 99 said, dominated SEC at age 19. He's legit. Guys, make sure you give a thumbs up. You're subscribed. Share this broadcast.
If we're getting a little picky about, like, we all love that Hafley loves like a longer, taller corner. There is a little bit more length and size of McCoy over the lane, but, very negligible.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's close.
the
arm
it's
length.
close.
I think the arm length might even be more on Delane, but the height is more. The height is more.
Very negligible.
Yeah, I think the more thing is like, what does he want? Somebody guy who's better on the outside or more zone. So I think, but I still think overall, when healthy, it's very close. I mean, these are two great corners. We're really it's not much difference. All right, everybody gets injured unless you have a bad injury history. So it's obvious you go with the better upside. True. I mean, you had one injury. Good. Poetic is a good point. If you like the player, I think if you like him, McCoy, this is a good day for the Jared McCoy fans. You know what I mean? All right. So let's get into the Ty Simpson visit. Make sure everybody, guys, share the broadcast. Get everybody over here to YouTube. All right, we got 120 people in total. Come if you're on X, come on over to YouTube. Hit the like, share. We're 300 away. Less than 300 away. We hit for the hats we're giving away at the draft. So make sure you get us there. We're gonna give away a Dolphins draft cap. By the way, I just saw them release. They're so nice. The Dolphin draft cap. We're giving some Finn's Faithful caps away too. So make sure you're doing that. All right. Well, Ty Simpson. People are going crazy today visiting the Dolphins on the top 30 visit. I know people are going crazy about it. But to me, Jason, I'll let you go on after this. This is them doing their due diligence at the position. Similar to how Green Bay operates. It's a little different. It's not Chris Greer's, the old Dolphins. It's refreshing. They never stop evaluating quarterbacks. Now, do I think they'll draft a quarterback on some point in day 3? Yes. 4th, 5th round, maybe even 3rd. But doesn't mean they're taking Ty Simpson. I think they probably like him. The more work I've done on him, I like him more. Check out the video. I did a video on him about a month ago on Ty Simpson. Check it out. This could be a situation they want to get a closer look. What if he falls to 43? And maybe they're having the conversation. They want to know if he's there. Or it could be misdirection, trying to get these teams in front of them to move up, take a quarterback, because if a quarterback goes ahead, a position player falls. So bottom line, don't panic. Don't overreact to the visit. This is what teams do, Jason Sani, right?
100%. And this would be phenomenal little gamesmanship here, because sitting at 11, if a team trades up to select a Ty Simpson 8, 9, 10, 11, no, I'm sorry, 8, 9, 10, or even trade with the Dolphins, and that's the pick, it would be interesting. But if a quarterback does go in the top 10, however you slice it, yeah, one of those players who would be a gift if they fell. You're talking about a Maui Goa, you're talking about a Downs, you're talking about a Bain. That would be great if a team trades up, throws a wrench into the whole top 10, and they pick Simpson. And maybe that's what Sullivan and Hafley are doing. A little bit of that gamesmanship, smoke and mirrors, as referenced earlier, to get a team to be a little bit worried that, the Dolphins going to pick a quarterback now. But I hope they don't. Yeah. I hope that's not where they're going, but I do like the smoke and mirrors aspect here.
Yeah. There was even talks of somebody who's very worked for A to Z Sports talking about he's heard Miami and Washington talking to trade up. I don't see that happening. But I guess the only thing there real quick we'll touch on is if they believe that at 7 there's a player that's a blue chip player that they can't get at 11 and they have to give up. What do you think you have to give up to go to 11 to 7? A 3rd round pick? Like 90? 87?
I mean, with what all the Dolphins have, a team's going to want to try to fleece the Dolphins to get as much as they can. I don't want to do that.
I wouldn't either. But I mean, the guy's a reputable reporter and he put it out there. Yeah. So unless they really want one of the kids or something, they feel like that is above what they can get at 11. And I just don't see that. But it's interesting. I thought it was interesting to bring it up, but yeah, I don't see that, right? They want more picks. They value these things like gold.
I mean, look, if rumor got out that Washington called Miami and they had a quick conversation, then there's interest. If there's heavy interest, I don't know. I don't think that the Dolphins are calling actively to move up.
Yeah.
But if a team wants to inquire, you're a GM, you're a first-year GM. Listen to the call. But I don't think
on Ty Simpson that people forget. He struggled toward the end of the year, but he had that gastritis issue. He lost a lot of weight. Then he played a little better when he got the weight back. So that's something maybe that we talk about on the for his struggles. We can trade up with Brooks. Yeah, we did that. Poetic, right? We traded up with Brooks in one of our mocks, but they said they really were behind him at the owners meeting today. But we'll see. I agree with you. I think Brooks is still an option, like Jordan says. Smoke screen season. All right. Let's move on to kind of the let's talk about the edge group a little bit here. We talked about the buzz. Let's move it to the field. Miami's edge group. Jason, they talked about it today. I think, he talked about Josh Uche potentially playing the Sam linebacker, which is the guy really over the tight end. The guy's really good against the run and good blitzing, but just to let him basically use him in situationals. He mentioned the other guy. Who's the other guy we got? Yoabo or more of the bigger
David
body?
Ojabo.
Yeah, Ojabo. More of the physical kind of guy. I think he straight up said they're going to keep adding to the room. So that tells you the edge is much in play here with those additions. You mentioned Chop. They still believe in him. They want to get their hands on him. But the edge group has shifted to more of a finesse room right now. And that, with the loss of Chubb and Phillips, that's fine. But this class is deep, but there's only a handful of guys, and we'll get to it when we get to the prospects that fit that mold of what they probably need. And so that's when we'll key in the edge prospects. But as Miami's edge room currently sits here, what do you think about it, and what kind of player do you think they'll add?
I mean, it's very light. It's extremely light. I mean, they're a team that needs sacks. They're bringing in free agents on minimum, deals for 1 year that were essentially failed top 100 picks if you really want to get into it, you know? So there's maybe potential for them to turn their career around. And Chop Robinson, a little baseball term, he's going into the rubber year, one good year, sort of, one off, this is a big year for him to either play up or play down, to his ability. And whatever I think happens this year is going to maybe be the trajectory of his career. So he's going to need help on the opposite side of him. So if you're going to go after a pure pass rusher, that's great, but there are edges in this draft, and we'll get into it, who their specialty is run stopping and setting the edge, but can they rush the passer? Do they have a bag of moves? Do they have the ability to get 10, 11 sacks in a year while not detrimenting the run game? There's a handful of edges out there, a small handful that do both extremely well to warrant a top 15, 20 pick. So we'll get into that, but they need a bona fide pass rusher. Yeah, they need a bona fide pass rusher.
Specific guys, because there's a type I think they need. They got a type. I think they need a type. And Poetic said, what did he say about Robinson? He basically said he's got to get more intentional about what he does. He's got to take the next step. He's got to get he's got to get serious about it, whatever that means. I don't know. And I think Halfley really trusts that he can get the best out of him. He's going to squeeze everything out of him. So that's exciting because Chop has got as good a first step as there is. The edge class is deep, very deep, very deep. You'll see it. We're going to get to the prospects here in a sec. Can Chop play outside in a 4-3 like you say? I mean, his best is his two hands on the ground, that first step. That's where he's best at, right? He's good rushing up the middle in the A and B gap too, but his home is doing that. 5 picks on day 2 in the draft. All right. So we're going to get to the prospects now, but real quick, we're going to talk about where to draft when we get in the mock. The window's the top 50 for me. Once you get past 43, there's a drop off. Like your guy you love, Sutton, spoiler alert, in my ranking, he's going to be in the 50s, 60s. Like, I don't think he makes it to 75. I think once you get after 43, not after 43, specifically the Dolphins pick, because they don't have anything to 75, I think you're not going to get one, I think, that comes in day 1 and maybe helps you past 43 unless you pick up another pick. Somebody like Sutton we mentioned, is he going to make it? Because then you get into the round 3, we'll talk about it, the Joshua Josephs, the Romilio Heights. Those are more of the undersized guys. I think where to get one, is in that top 50 range unless they add more picks to give them flexibility. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I think that if they get extremely lucky at 75, they might get, one of those last modified pass rushers. Let's go up and get some sacks kind of guy. But you say it's deep, and it's deep from like that top 9 that all could be off the board by 43. This is not a deep edge class like you can get a round 4 cornerback. Not necessarily, but there are a lot of top 50 edges. I hope that's what you mean, George. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of good ones, but it's not something to wait. You got to pick one of the top 4 picks, I believe.
And there's not many of this big profile, the guys that can set the edge too. There's good ones. You can go on to the 3rd round. The other kid out of Michigan, in the Remilio height, a lot of good undersized guys, but a specific profile. I think that's what I'm more talking about. You got Anthony Lucas too, really good one. D, he is a really good one. He's being slept on. Good call there with Anthony Lucas out of USC. All right, so let's talk about the edge. You want to get into the edge prospects because we've been.
Let's get those beautiful player cards up, man.
Yeah, let's get down the player cards. Let's get them up. Let me set it up here. We'll get through them.
I'll say it every show. George puts in some work with these cards.
Yeah,
they're awesome.
I appreciate that.
Love it.
All right. So let's pull them up. So here we go. I mean, this is where we're starting at the absolute top here with my man Arvell Reese. He is, the thing with Reese is it's funny when I talk about these guys, right? There's not perfect players at the top, and it starts with him because he's different. All right. The versatility, the movement skills, the way he closes, the way it pops. I mean, you line him off the ball, you can let him rush. He primarily was an outside linebacker. He's only 20. He's still growing into things, and he's only a full year starter for only a year. But you watch him, and it's raw. You're thinking, wow. Turn on the Michigan tape that he had against Michigan. The range, the burst, how fast he closes. It's all there. It just moves different. You can use him a bunch of ways. I think he's a top 5 talent when you watch him. I think he'll be a top 5 pick. He's going to be a top 5 player on my board. But I think he's got to pick a lane. Where do you see him? I actually like him a lot at off-ball linebacker, but teams are going to take him as a rusher. The first step is just explosive. He's a different kind of athlete, Jason. He's special. I mean, that kind of ability. But, I mean, there is some red flags there. That's like all the top 10 guys in this job besides a few.
Yeah, I see him going to the Jets. I think he could be a fantastic player. Yeah, sure, flag or 2. But, whether it's linebacker or edge, this guy's a ball player. I think he's going to go in the top 3.
Yeah, no chance he gets to 11 for the Dolphins. He's the number 1 guy. But, yeah, just an explosive athlete off the edge. David Bailey. I think there's a world that Bailey gets to 11. There's a world, unlikely, but a world. Bailey's got some real juice off the edge. His first step is so explosive. But what really stand out when I watched him is almost like a change of direction, like a Euro step basketball player. He can redirect and stay in control really well while attacking. That's not easy to do. He does it very well. Even when tackles have their moments against him, he's always answered. You see him win late in the rep. In like the big games, he finishes, and that's what you want. And the production backs it up, man. 13.5 sacks, over a 23% pressure rate. He's just not active. He's making plays, and he makes them when it matters. He's a tremendous player. I do think there's a world because of maybe the size that he makes it to 11. But what are your thoughts on Bailey?
Freakish athlete, terrific motor, obviously bona fide pass rusher. Is there a world where he gets to Miami? My bet is no. But I'll tell you, if he's there, that checks a box, 100%.
Yeah, no, I agree. Again, what stood out to me also the hands, the way he uses his hands, but he's got to get stronger. This is not a guy who's going to come in against the run, and the strength at point of attack could be an issue at times. And he's probably, like I said, maxed out physically. I have in the scouting report. I don't know how much weight you got on that 250, but man, the ability to change directions in the first step explosive is pure, like you said, pure pass rusher whoever gets Bailey. I hope they know how to use
knows.
Great,
99 is a man that knows.
Great stuff. And you make a great point. You got to know how to use them. Okay, there's a few guys, and we'll get to them in this class. All right. I know everybody I know everybody wants to talk about him. Let me tell you something. So it's interesting. You look at the bottom, the arm length 30 and 7/8, 30 inches. There's a stat about when the last time with that guy kind of arm length got drafted, but he's a junkyard dog, man. It's just violence on film, physical, heavy hands. Every snap he just brings it, and what's really tough is the combination of the bend he has and the power, the way he can dip around the corner. You don't see guys built like him because he's not built normally, right? He's a little shorter, he's stockier, and he's strong in the run game. He can set the edge. He takes on tackles and destroys tight ends, not giving ground. I mean, the arms are an issue. Don't get me wrong, all right? They're not ideal, all right? But I told you, and I've said this a while, if he wins and gets his hands first, it doesn't matter. If he can control the rep, and he does that, he's a tone setter. 3 down value. You know what I love about him? That comment he made about Mike Tyson? He goes, Mike Tyson wasn't the biggest, didn't have the longest arms, but you feel him. And I thought that was a great comment. To me, that helped his draft stock because you feel Ruben Bain when you watch film, Jason.
Jason Taylor, one of the greatest pass rushers the game has ever seen and the Dolphins has ever seen, coached him. Obviously, everyone knows that. But what he said recently was, I don't give a damn about arm length when you watch him on the tape, when you watch him on the field. I don't give a damn. And when Jason Taylor says something with that much conviction, he's not a bullshitter, pardon my language, but listen to Jason Taylor. And this is a guy who I think could be a phenomenal fall at 11. Like if he's at 11, it would, I don't know how many players I would have to I mean, come on. I mean, like I said, you need a bona fide pass rusher. You need to get to the quarterback. The Dolphins have not been dominant in that, and they need a double-digit sack guy. If he is at 11, who else is going to be there that you have to take a thought? Maybe
I take him over Maui Go. I take him over Maui Go.
It would be a very hard decision, but then you ask, what can I get at 30? What can I get at 43?
Look,
and we got a couple of guys at right tackle.
Yeah. There's a world, Jason, those couple of guys might not be there. I mean, both might not be there. But then you move inside, you pick a guard, at 43 or 30, like there's options, but you can't let the rest of the draft determine what you got sitting in your face. A tremendous top 3-4 player on film. It is, watch it. If you're not from Miami and you didn't watch him play, watch him. It's pure vibe. It's the Mike Tyson line. I can't get over that. It was so good. It was so good. But yeah, home run the card to the table at number 11. Thanks everybody in the chat, guys. We appreciate it. Guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Get us to 3,000, baby. We're gonna give away the new NFL draft cap for the Dolphins and some Finn's Faithful hats. Frankie Frezzo, what's up, brother? How you doing? You've got to get the best player on the board. Yes. Frankie, I hope everything's good, brother.
And that we're gonna do our best this go around.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
We're gonna do our best for that.
Yeah, you know us. We're gonna flip some tables. We're gonna have scenarios.
Tables will be flipped tonight. I think. I'm feeling flipped.
Maybe they were flipped before the show.
Yes. The dinner tables got food all on the floor right now.
All right, let's move on to the teammate, Mesidor. It's fun. Both of them are fun. Top 15 player on film, purely. He's not for everybody. I've told you, he's 25. He's got the injury history, but might be nobody that has the toolbox of pass rush moves than Mesidor. I mean, he sets up guys. It's crazy. There's a comp for his teammate on Dwight Freeney, Bain. I kind of see a little Dwight Freeney when I watched him. Like, there's flashes there. I'm like, not totally, he doesn't have the spin move, but like that lower center of gravity and the bunch of toolbox moves he has in the first step. I think for me, Mesidor, if he's there at 30, I don't know if he's for the Dolphins. He might be too good to pass up. But I think if you're a playoff team that needs pass rush juice, you don't mind it, the age, you take the swing. Like, I think the conversation with him starts at 15 for Tampa Bay. That's how high I think he can go, Jason.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And I listen, sometimes you want that experience. Sometimes you want that, that the age is not a detriment, but he'd be coming on into being like one of the older players on the Dolphins. And Sullivan has said they want to get younger. They want to get cheaper. Nothing against the player. Not the best size. He's a little undersized. He's got terrific versatility that I think Hafley would like to utilize on his defensive line on the edge and within that line. But this isn't a huge red flag, but to me, give me a guy 3 years younger with a little less of the mileage and injury history, but he's a heck of a player. I agree with you. A playoff team, a contender would absolutely love him.
Yeah. I mean, the age is a concern, but you're not going to find a guy with the toolkit he has in his bag. But yeah, this is a tremendous player. I'm not sure for the Dolphins, but fun to watch on tape. Take everything aside. He's a top 15 player. All right. I'm not even going to talk. Go ahead, Sarny. Go ahead.
I don't need to get on my soapbox here, but I'm going to do a little soapbox, a little dancing. I get it. I understand what everyone's concern is, and I'm not saying right now at pick 11, but here's what I'm going to talk about Keldrick Falk. Size, motor, character of kid, versatility. When he was 19 years old, Auburn had him playing on the edge, and he got 7 sacks in 12 games. Okay, so if you want to say, all right, well, what does that look like in 17 games? Well, that's about 10 sacks. Okay, and he is a dominant NFL-ready run defender. Could set the edge. He is phenomenal in that aspect of the game. Now, what happened this past year? Auburn asked him to do some different things, and they did not rely on him to be a bona fide pass rusher. So he had basically a fraction of those sacks from the year previous. That does not mean he is incapable of getting sacks. Does he need to work on his bag? Absolutely. Does he need to work on his actual explosiveness? 1,000%. But he's going to be 21 at the start of the season. And this is a kid who gave up some of his money to keep a teammate on the team. He's a good football player. I'm sorry, he's a good kid. He's a great football player. And I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, it's harder to work on setting the edge than it is to develop a little bit more coached up pass moves in your bag. So he's got the hard part ready. He's got the size. People are calling him a mini Calais Campbell. So if you want to look at this guy from a different technique mindset where he can move all across various techniques, 3 or 4 different techs, you know, he could be an inside pass rusher on those passing downs, and he could end up with 7 to 9 sacks from the inside while being a phenomenal run defender. And let's face it, the Dolphins are not used to the defense that Jeff Hafley is going to deploy. Sorry, mixed up words there. But I love this kid. And if the Dolphins end up trading back, he's in play. If the Dolphins end up going with an offensive tackle, guard, or even a cornerback, and he's around at 30, man, it's so intriguing. But I do think he's going to be a very special player in the NFL. I've seen him go as high as 7. I've seen him go as late as 32. It's pick your poison here, but this is the type of player I think that the Green Bay battery of Sullivan and Hafley, now in Miami, love.
Yeah.
Off the soapbox.
I think you said it. I mean, I don't got much to add. I think you set it up. I think what you're drafting, though, is one of the most consistent edge defenders in this class. Strong, physical. He plays with good leverage. And the crazy part, you mentioned he's only, 20? He'll be 21 in September, I think. You see the flashes.
He's 20 right now, 21 in September.
Here's where it is. I got a couple thoughts. You see the flashes as a rusher. You're like, okay, there's something there to build on. There's more. He's not maxed out yet. And he can grow in that, or he can grow in that frame and go to 295 and play like Calais Campbell, 3 tech inside. But I think what really helped him is you look at the workout. It showed you, okay, the athleticism, you see it on tape. It's real. It's there, and there's something more there. And I'll say this on a couple guys we're going to get to. If you're a 7-8 sack guy and you're really good against the run, that is extremely difficult to find, and that's also value, even if you're not a double-digit sack guy. I said you got to learn how to hit doubles in this draft. Keldrick Falk's a double with the home run potential, all right? And he's got a high floor for a young kid too. So, yeah, pick 30, 11, no. I think we're in agreement, 11, no. Pick 30, I don't think he gets there, but I think it's a home run. If you go offensive line and you go Keldrick Falk, I think pick 30, boy, building inside out, I think that's ideal. That's a dream scenario, right?
I mean, if he's sitting there at 30, I'm extremely bullish
and he
on
could
taking
make it.
Him there.
It's weird. I've seen, like, people are mixed on him. 15, 30, 35, 12. Like, 8. I've seen like people are making all over the place.
I've seen someone say it could be nightmare fuel. I've seen
Yeah.
people say that it could be the most perfect Green Bay type pick for the Dolphins now for this regime. So listen, again, at 20 years old now, 21 at the start of the season, I think he's going to be a hell of a pro, and the sky's the limit for him.
All right, let's move on. The country farm agreement. All right, TJ Parker, you want to go first, or how do you want to do this?
I know you got some words on him, so why don't you lead us off?
I watched him. He's solid, and I'm gonna, I got a bold statement. I had it about the linebackers. I'll say it about this. I'll talk about it if we get to a few players here, and then we'll get into the mock. He's solid. I watched him. He's good. He's not as dynamic as the other guys. He's strong. He plays through contact. He sets the edge. You can trust him. Now, the question is, everybody was so crazy about him after the 24 tape and season he had. They were like, he's going to be a top 5 pick. Then 2025 came along, and he got more attention, and you always didn't see him win. And that's what I think he is. He's more of the 25 guy. And that's why I think the 24 season has him up in the rankings a little bit too high. He's a steady guy. But if I'm thinking he's more 25 and it's a big physical edge with some pass rush, if I'm taking that profile, Jason, I just rather have a couple guys we're going to talk about next. I just think there's a little bit more upside and impact there than Parker. Now, I wouldn't hate it. If you're talking he fell to 43, yeah, I wouldn't hate it, depending on who's there. But he's not. I wouldn't take him in the first round. That's just my opinion.
I mean, look, like but not love. I say this a lot, like but not love. He did not have nearly as good of a season 2025. I mean, this is a guy in 2024, he forced 6 fumbles, didn't force a single one in 2025, had like triple the amount of sacks the year prior, so double the amount of sacks, sorry. But like not love, I think there are some better options that you can do. He's a fine player, good player. I do think he's a first rounder, probably at the absolute latest 35.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance I might be in the minority. Good chance he goes to the end of the first. Just like, I don't think it's a bad pick. It's just, for me, there's guys I like with that profile a little bit better. All right. Catch yourself quickly on him. Natural path. I mean, first step is just, wow. Can bend the arc. I mean, tackles are in trouble when this guy does it. I mean, the arm length's an issue, but the burst and flexibility, man, Jason, help him get away with that. I like the path he took. He was a lightly recruited kid, went to Bowling Green, but then broke out with 11.5 sacks. And some of these guys don't have production we're talking about. There's a lot of 6.5 sack guys, even at the top of this draft, but he's not one of them. There's real juice there as a rusher. If you want him, you probably got to take him at 30. If they didn't have Chop, because he profiles a little bit like that, I think he's got, actually probably a little more flexibility than Chop. Actually, I don't think the first step is hard to beat Chops, but yeah, the size at 6'2.5", 253, I just don't know if that's the right fit for them. But if you need pass rush help, you can't go wrong with him late first round.
I'll tell you, if there was still that speed mindset from the McDaniel era, sure. Yeah, he's got a phenomenal first step. He's extremely quick, one of the fastest in the class, but he's undersized for, I think, what this regime wants. A little bit more size, a little more length. So again, like not love, he's probably around there at 30. That's like 20, 32. I know that's
retired. This is retiring's guy. I love you, man. I love you. I appreciate the support. We just see differently on this player, but I love you, brother. All right.
But I mean, look, the potential of that speed combination on the edges of Chop and Cassius.
He's talking about TJ Parker. I think. That's,
TJ Parker.
Yeah. First, all right. Zion Young, you want to go Zion first?
Oh man, love the size, love the ability here. I would take Zion at 30 over Howell or Parker, frankly, but he might even be a guy who could get to 43, but I like Zion's potential. I truly do love the size, love the pass rush ability, love the run defending. He's he's almost like what I really would love for Keldrick Falk to be now. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I would be more than happy with Zion Young in the top 2 or 3 picks.
Looks the part. You turn the tape, big, long, physical, heavy-handed, sets the edge, controls the blocks, power after power, good motor. You feel him in the run game. The sack numbers don't tell the story with him, right? He doesn't put up big sack numbers, but there's more there. There was some off-the-field stuff, but we're just talking tape. This is a plug-and-play type player, and I said I was going to tell you a little bit. Like I had it last week, the linebackers. I like TJ Parker. I think he's solid and I think he's physical. And I mentioned all those good things about him. And to me, he is. But if I'm looking for the bigger edge, it's him. And we're going to talk about Gabe Yakis. I'd rather have a little bit more, not much. I think they're slightly better for me in that profile. It might not be the consensus, but when my rankings come out, Sarni, the top 100 I'm working at, don't be surprised if Young and Yakis are ahead of him. Love Zion Young. Pick 30. If they did this, pull the trigger. 6'6", 260, man. Pro day, projected 4.69 at the pro day. Just the frame that he comes in with right now and the power and the violence, the way he converts the speed to power. It's something I like. And if you're telling me TJ Parker's that type of guy, I'd rather have him. So, yeah, let's move on to Gabe Yakis. One of my
floor is yours.
Yeah. One of those dudes, man, you want on your team. High motor. He's tough. He's consistent. He brings it every snap. And you love this, Sonny. Wrestling background shows up, man.
Leverage. Got the leverage.
With his hands, the wrestling background, he's strong as hell. 30 reps at 225 at the combine. 30 reps for an edge rusher. That strength shows up on tape. He plays through your face. Great kid, great teammate, 4-year starter. We talk about lack of production. This guy had 11 sacks last year, 21 years old still. Not the flashiest guy. He's not going to be a 12 to 15 sack guy, but he's going to give you good, reliable football every week. Coaches are going to love him, and he's going to be one of your leaders and get 8 to 10 sacks and be a monster in the run game for an edge player. If he's there at 43, I'd take him over TJ Parker. That's me. And he's a local kid, a Port St. Lucie kid. We always like that, but love Yakis, Sarni.
I was a little disappointed last year when he declared that he was going back because I was mock drafting him, as like a 4th or 5th selection last year. So when he was saying that he was going back to school, I'm like, damn, I got to wait a year on this kid. No. But he improved his stock. Like he had a heck of a year this past year. I think I got 5 more sacks, 6 more sacks. Yeah. But he would be phenomenal. Love the size, love the leverage, and going back to school got him more money, elevated his draft position 100%. Yeah.
All right, let's go quickly through these. Malachi Lawrence, a guy moving up draft boards. You have anything on Lawrence? I mean, he's just
raw. Don't look at the helmet here. Yeah. Look at the player. Definitely like the height and speed combination. But definitely needs to get a little bit bulkier and bigger.
Yeah, no doubt. He's the traits guy. You see the upside, the first step, speed. He flashes it. He's got a really good swipe move. Production isn't all the way there yet, but you're buying on the traits. You're buying what he did. You're buying what he could be, and the tape's really good. So this is a guy who I think is moving up. Don't be surprised if he's in play at 43. He's in around that range. So, all right. Mason Thomas. Quickly on Mason Thomas.
Another local kid, Fort Lauderdale kid.
Fort Lauderdale kid. First step. Another guy who changes directions really well. But he's lighter, man. He's about 240, right? I think he even weighed in lighter than that before the combine. But it shows up against the run, man. Durability is going to be an issue. Probably more of a situational or stand-up guy, but the burst gives you value. I don't know. I don't know if the Dolphins will be looking at him. You never know.
I'm not going to use the not love here. I just don't love. Okay, because I want size. Nothing wrong with his explosiveness, speed, power, fine. Yeah. But I want size. I want a presence, and I don't know if he's the right edge for this team right now.
That's Lawrence and Thomas remind me of. Yeah, I agree. The fit is not clean. I agree. All right, Sarni, it's all you.
I mean, look, athleticism, size, pass rushing, ability to set the edge. This guy is, I think, the perfect mix of day 2, getting a little bit of everything. I joke around. I love it. Yes, Daddy Biggs. He is the dentist. I don't care where he goes. We all have to do our job to make this a thing. The marketing is going to be phenomenal. But I think that with his athleticism and size and his ability to be coached up a little bit, I love his ability to have, I don't want to call him like a jack of all trades, master of none. He can get to the quarterback. He can set the edge. He does it all. He's got the size, got the speed. I love this guy at 75. I'd be flipping tables in excitement, but I don't know that he lasts till 75.
I don't know if he gets there, Jason.
I agree for you. Oh, no. The days of drafting him at 90, that's over, folks.
I mean, look.
You could have fun with it, but it ain't happening.
Real quick. Would you consider him at 43?
Oh man, this is like really man crush. Like,
No, put that
bias
aside.
here.
No, but look at the profile. Look at the profile.
I know, no, I know, but like,
you look at the profile. You see it in the running game. He sets the edge. He stacks and shed well. As a pass rusher, you see the tools. I mean, there are some, you see the strength. There are some things when you look at him, like he doesn't. The first step's not overly explosive. Like he doesn't have a ton of pass rush moves, but like he's not twitchy. But like he's 6'5", 6'6", 256, runs a 4.63.
If you were a GM drafting to go up and get your guy, then sure. But this could be very.
That's why that sweet spot.
I know.
That's that sweet spot. You know what I mean?
I mean, look, when we do our draft in a couple of minutes, we're really going to try to keep this, like, as I'm saying recently, stick and pick. You know, but if
we might do a trade if we get a.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what we can do, and we can put this on the board right now, George. Since you're asking, if we love what we did at 11 and 30, right, and 43, there's like 15 good players left that we would love. And we move back to 50 and we get like 112, 13, 114, 50, 55. I like him a hell of a lot more.
Yeah. 43. There's going to be a player at 43. Yeah, that's probably a little too good, but yeah. But you love the ability here. I love the ability. All right, so we didn't get all of them. Here's the real quick, the best of the rest. Quickly, we're going to get through this. Barman and Moore in Michigan. I'll tell you, I like Barman over Moore a little bit. Keon Crawford, Joshua Joseph, Romilio Height, LT Overton. The chat mentioned another one, Anthony Joshua's not on here. But these are good. There are a lot of smaller guys, right, on this list. I'll pick one out. I like Barman. He's big. He's physical. But, man, I'll tell you, Joshua Joseph, the first step, the speed, he's undersized, but probably only a situational guy. But when you're getting to these third and fourth rounds, it's what you get. 34-inch arms, 82 wingspan. I'm a big fan of Joseph's. Like, I'm okay if you take him in the third or fourth round. Romilio Height, another guy who played on the opposite side of Bailey. Overton, you want that big physical, powerful guy that brings size. Not a lot in this group, so he's interesting. Quickly, anybody here stand out to you?
I like your list here, but I'm going to throw one more super sleeper in. Florida dude from
your
former Gator. I'm going to put in Tyreek Sapp.
Yeah, I should have put him, Sonny. I should have put him.
130, 150 area. This is a run defender. Like, I don't know, let's not expect 5 to 10 sacks from a Tyreek Sapp. But if you already get, like, let's say, hypothetically, the Dolphins get one of those bona fide pass rushers. Let's say they get Gabe Jacas. Day 3, you double up on that edge with a bona fide run defender. Sapp would be a phenomenal compliment.
Yeah. Or vice versa. You get a larger guy, then you get Overton you get the bigger guy. You could take one of these undersized guys like Joseph or Romilio Height. Either way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Overton saw it. All right. You ready to put it to the test? You ready to mock?
Hey, man, is everybody in the war room ready to mock?
You ready to mock? You guys, you're part of this thing. You guys are a part of it as much as we are. So, here we go. This is the time we have the fun.
Pound the tables, flip on the tables, dance on the tables.
Right, let's
get the tables. Let's do it.
Let's get it up. Let's get it going. All right. Here we are. Ready to rock and roll, guys? Let's do it.
Are we normal? Go to normal speed. Go normal speed. Consensus.
Yeah, normal speed. 7 rounds.
Miami.
Yeah, we're good. All right, here we go. Draft board's going. Who do we got? Who falling?
We're gonna get.
Ooh.
Wow! All right, to me, this is Maui Goa.
Yeah,
this is Maui Goa.
The Jets are coming up here.
The Jets, right? To me, this is Maui Goa.
All right, so all right, let's take a look. Maui Goa is the clear guy on the board here. The lane's nice, but Maui Goa, or we got a really good trade offer. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I'm not giving the Jets shit.
For this deal, I might though. If it's not.
I mean, it ain't bad.
It ain't bad at all. I mean, look at the value offered versus value we're giving up.
That's a quarterback.
So, here's the thing you got to ask yourself. Maui Goa, do you like him, or does a Fanu or a Freeling or a Vega, are you okay with that other offensive lineman, or maybe one of the wide receivers, or maybe a safety like Dynaman? But more importantly, one of the 3 offensive linemen that are still there. That'll be Fanu, Freeling, and Ioane. Right? Are you comfortable with that? Is Maui Goa for you? For me, Maui Goa is a step higher, But gosh, the value they're offering me is crazy here.
What's the other trade out of curiosity?
No.
Nah.
I'm
You know
curious
what?
to see what.
This goes back to the question that I'm gonna ask fictitiously. Why would you pass on Maui Goa if you're Sullivan? Like, what's the answer? Like, can you be okay with passing on him when you want to? When you
do you like Vega and 44 insert? I don't know, Keontae Scott. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I mean? Rodriguez, whoever you think at 44.
I'm going to tell you this much right now. I'm worried to trade back past the Ravens. I'll be dead honest with you.
Yeah.
Because the way the Ravens could select Vega, and then what are we talking about here? Then we're disappointed. And again, we need the trenches. I know I love doing these too. But here's
they're split.
We're not even a one pick in, and I'm already ready to flip a table. But I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't be able to answer the question. We are passing on Maui Goa because.
Okay.
So with him there,
I want to say something after you go about yeah. So 16's far, but I want to say something about a player in Fanu who I think we're forgetting about. And if he was there at 16, I'd be okay taking this deal and taking him. That I am. Vega over Maui Goa. It's close. I think Maui Goa. The thing is, you get the tackle flexibility there. He's a tackle. That's always higher than the guard. That's the difference. But Fanu is a guy. I want to just say something about Fanu in general here because I didn't know how this mock was going to go. I told Jason this. Fanu to me is a right tackle. He's the most athletic offensive lineman in this draft, and he has flexibility. If you want to move inside, you can. He fits the scheme to a T. Let's say I think he's better than Austin Jackson today. I think he can play over Austin Jackson. Let's say Austin Jackson plays good. Vega Fanu does as well. You can move him to guard for year one, get rid of Jackson next year, and then you got your right tackle. So it gives you options. Like you're not stuck. We got maybe a guard or maybe a tackle, depending on what it. So to me, I think Fanu is a guy who's going to go higher than we think. And I'm just saying we're forgetting about him a little too much. I am too. I did the video on him. Check that out. If I could get him at 16, I'd do it. Right? I would do it. The only thing about the difference between Vega and Maui Goa is the tackle part of this thing. But they're both great players. Man, but that pick 44 is enticing, man. It's enticing. You know?
Making me think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's making me think.
If I could get – if Fano's sitting there at 16, I'm all to it, you know?
Well, let's look real quick. Scroll down on the board. You know, Delane is probably going to go to the Cowboys.
Delane's going to go.
But if we make the trade, the Jets might even go with Simpson. You know.
So let's say worst case in doomsday happens. We had 54.
I mean, doomsday
is all three of the line. Or is it Monroe Freeland? Put him at right tackle.
See, I don't know.
Fano will be gone. I know. Trade down, take the trade.
A lot of people want to take the trade.
Hell of a deal. We need more.
It is a hell of a deal.
Look, I like Maui Goa, right? I like him. I think there's a chance he's there at 11. But you like 44 in a big guard? Or do you like the tackle in Maui Goa that potentially could fill that right tackle spot? You know, check the board at 44. We can add a player here.
What we could do if that happens, we make the trade.
I'm not moving.
See, I've been preaching the trenches. I've been preaching.
We're gonna get the trenches. That's a hell of a trade.
It really is.
That means almost too good to pass up.
It really is. You know what? Someone said, let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Let's take the deal, man. Let's see if the board falls our way.
I'll tell you, I'm worried about Baltimore.
Take the trade. Let's take the trade.
I want to see 2 or 3 more votes to take the trade before I could sign off. But there's been plenty.
Take the trade.
More lottery.
Let's go, baby.
All right, screw it. Let's have some fun.
Let's get some more likes in here. Subscribe. Let's go. Let's take the trade. All right, we're gonna take the trade offer.
Well, we'll move up so we can see who the Jets pick before. Let's just move back up. So let's just see what we got.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Just go back out. All right. Let's see. Hot Jigga. Wow, we're gonna get.
Oh, we got Doomsday. Oh no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
But I told you, Joanna.
We got my guy. Hey,
all right,
check it out. I'm gonna sell this.
Okay, sell it.
Year one, the perfect scheme fit outside zone, 4.9140. And when they asked him to run behind him, he did well with the power game. And everybody talks about the matchup with Bailey. I watched that tape. It was a draw. You got a guy who has flexibility to play anywhere on the line. It opens up our draft. You want Jackson to stay at right tackle? Stay at right tackle. You want him to move into guard? Put Fano at right tackle. Home run pick. He's going to go higher than this in the draft. Excellent deal, Jason Sarney. There's a world where he's picked ahead of Maui Goa. There is a world.
I want to indulge the chat a little bit. I have a question for you. I have a question now for you. We got an extra pick. So we could kind of put that extra pick as a wild card pick.
Sorry. We're taking Fano. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Let me just ask you a question because we're trying to be a little different than what we've been. I see a lot of mention for Sadiq here.
Oh, I can't do it.
Now, if we would take hypothetically, if we would take Sadiq here and take your guy Blake Miller or my guy Max Ahanachor at 30,
at 30, we could go edge at 30,
or we can go edge at 43 or 44.
I can't pass on Fano here, man. I can't.
Okay, listen. You got conviction? Are you dancing?
Sell me
the tables.
Tell me again. Tell me.
Look, if you get Sadiq now, right?
Yeah.
So right now it's either Fano or whomever falls. Maybe a safety, maybe an edge, or do you get one of the best weapons for Malik Willis? While knowing that we're going to get a right tackle who could be a little bit less than Fano. Obviously, look, Adetrow could play guard too. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Sonny, I think we got to take Fano here. I do.
I will say right now that Sadiq and a right tackle could be better than Fano and another pick at 30. Because we don't need to take it. We don't need to take a tight end then. Then we're done with tight end. We check that box off.
Here's the thing, though. Yeah, you could take a Blake Miller. I get it. But Fano gives you flexibility, guard, tackle.
So does Ahanachor. Potential.
Yeah. But he's a better player than Ahanachor. He's a better football player right now than Ahanachor. I like Ahanachor, but he's better.
All right. But if we're doing BPA right now, who's the better player? Is it Fano or is it Sadiq?
Close.
I don't know. If George is going to hate me. George is ready to hate me. But I'm telling you right now, Sadiq gives you the weapon. And if we go with, look, we did not expect a jet trade. And if we're going to spice this up, we're going to definitely get a right tackle at 30. We're going to definitely get a right tackle at 30. And we're also helping the blocking game. And we're getting, this is not like me. I think we're not getting Fanu level player at 30. I think we got to be careful. Are you not? Are you sure?
You're not. I don't think so. I like Blake Miller, but you understand what Fanu does? He is head and shoulders athletically, his quickness, and he could play even guard, center, tackle, whatever you want.
People are begging for Sadiq, and we can get a phenomenal right tackle. I think, listen, we have not done Sadiq yet. We have an extra pick. We do not have to deal with the tight end the rest of the way.
Yeah.
The rest of the way. I'm intrigued with taking Sadiq here. I'm intrigued with it. Knowing that we're going to get a right tackle. Knowing, 1,000% we're getting a right tackle. And knowing how these young tight ends...
maybe I'm higher than Fano on the rest. I'm telling you, man.
I think it might be. Because I've seen him in 20.
No, he's not making it there.
I've seen him.
Not a chance.
I don't know about the...
Let's get both.
I would go with Sadiq right now and get our right tackle, and then we can go edge, corner, wide receiver.
I'm voting Fano.
I'm voting Sadiq. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Let's flip him.
I see a lot of Sadiq, brother. No, we can't get another Sadiq. 1,000%. There's no
Fano love. Fano for sure. That's what I'm talking about, Charles.
I say we go Sadiq.
I think Fano is the best player available. I think he is.
It's actually really,
But
up in the air.
But
That's a good point, Nick.
He's not.
I mean, Sadiq. I think we're talking like a 2-1 on Sadiq here. I've seen like double the amount of Sadiqs.
But we're talking tight end versus offensive tackle.
And just throw this out there. I know it's a new regime. The Dolphins have never, ever, 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 ever drafted a tight end in the first round.
I can't pass up Fano here. If we did it at 16, I can't. I mean, he's a good seam threat, elite athlete at tight end, but he's a tight end. You know what I mean? Bowers is good.
This is off my usual preach here, but this is a weapon and a blocker wrapped into one, and then you can get a right tackle 15 picks later, 14 picks later.
Yeah, but I think you're thinking the right tackle is the same thing as Spencer Fano. There's levels to this thing. You know what I mean?
I honestly, truly think that Max Ahadajor could be.
He's not better than Spencer Fano. He's not. Don't do that, son.
I don't know.
He's not.
I don't know.
He's the versatility you're getting.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we try this? Scroll down 3 or 4
How about
teams.
this? Let's go get both.
Let's scroll down 3 or 4 teams. Scroll down 3 or 4 teams.
For
after the Vikings. After the Vikings.
Sorry, hold on. I'm looking at my. Is it scroll? Did it scroll down?
No. Just click on Delane. Just click on the name Delane.
Is it moving down? I'm just seeing because my thing's. Is it moving down?
No. Go on the draft results.
Oh,
I want to see what teams. Because if you draft Fano right now, and then we trade up to try to get a Sadiq with that extra pick, that's a little wrench that could be fun. Do
you not like a Sam Roush in the 4th round?
I mean, if you're talking about the differences of players,
yeah, but I'm not talking. Yeah, but I'm not talking about. You're talking about I'm talking about a 4th or 10th round tight end.
I'll tell you what,
tight end.
Fine.
You know what I mean?
Take Fano, and then right before the Chargers. Actually, I don't. Well, it looks like Tampa Bay moved down, so they probably
control the chat there. I can't see what. So you let me know what the chat's saying.
I mean,
yeah, Roush says Sadiq is a massive drop off, but I mean, if you want to get a tight end in the later rounds, like I get it, he's a weapon, but an offensive lineman with that kind of versatility and athleticism, who's projected to be a top 10 pick. I don't know why everybody's sleeping on.
I'll tell you what. Take Fano and then try to make a trade with the Vikings.
All right,
trade up.
We can do both.
Oh, I have an idea.
Yeah.
I got an idea. If we're really having fun, get Fano, okay, and then trade Jordan Brooks and the 30 to move.
Let's go to 20. You want to go to 20 with Jordan?
Go to 20.
If he's there, though. Let's take Fano and hope.
Take Fano and see what happens with the next couple of picks.
All right. I'm going to pause it.
Pause it.
See, look. All right, let's go up to 20. Let's see if we can get 30, and let's see if we can move Brooks for 30 and 20. You down with that?
No. Let's see if we can move for that for a forget. Don't trade Brooks. That was probably a little premeditated.
Yeah, premature. I think there's still trade him. All right, let's call up.
Let's see if we can do a draft. Call up Tampa. Call up Tampa here.
Why am I missing the Bucks? Where's the Bucks?
Next to Tennessee.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna trade 30.
And let's see what we want. 20. We'll give you.
No. But that's taking us way out of that sweet spot. But we already have 44 too, so we almost like moved up. You know what? See if we can get 116.
No, they won't do that.
No. Don't do more. Don't do more picks. I want that 151 still. What was it?
As long as we come away with the same amount of pick, what is chat saying?
See if they give us Van Ginkel. Well, I'll tell you, we might have to just wait another year for Van Ginkel to be a free agent. We'll talk about that later.
We can do this.
Not out of the realm of possibility.
I mean, we can give up 75. We get 30. I don't know if I want to do that, though.
Nah, I don't want to do it. You know what? Honestly, Sadiq was fun. Let's just see.
I can live with. I don't want to give up pick 75.
Let's just see if he falls to 30.
He won't fall to 30.
I don't think that they're trading up. I really
yeah.
don't. So
All right,
we got Fano. This was fun. Let's see what happens.
He went 22.
What before the Chargers, which is weird because they got Gaston. But all right. Fun while it lasted with Sadiq. But
all right. Does everybody hate me now?
No. No.
All right. So pick 30. We're on the clock. We have our pick. We got Fano on the line.
Okay.
Let's look at the edge room. We have Young, Giacchis. We have McNeil Warren. We have Cooper. We have Katie McDonald. We have Blanks. We have Miller. I'm leaning. This is me. I'd go the edge here. I'd do the line of scrimmage on both. I'd go Zion Young here. I can live with Giacchis at 43. Or we could go the safety McNeil Warren. I would have considered Colton Hood here.
I would 30. I would like the safety here. Physicality, 6'4", can knock a ball out. You get that kind of star player. You know what I mean by that? I like McNeil Warren here.
Yeah. I would go. Looking at the board here, why is my thing Justice? They're disappointed with me. Same old mock, no fun. But look, I got to stick to what I feel is right. I can't just, you know what I mean. We'll do plenty of fun ones, but I love Fanu there more than I love Sadiq. And it could be wrong, but McDonald, Katie McDonald's a good player. All right, so let's go.
The good thing is with that 43 and 44, we can get an edge rusher. We can get a safety.
How about
get a cornerback coming up? Like we got those players.
Yeah, for some reason my thing's all messed up and I can't. Hold on 1 second. Let me fix it so I can get back. All right, I'm back. Okay, so I would go. I'm between McNeil Warren and Young. I mean, we could do what you wanted this one. I kind of pushed the table for Fano there.
I mean, Caden McDonald too is very intriguing. We've done that before. Some didn't like it, but again, we have an extra pick that we got. So solidifying.
Oh, yeah, we have 40.
We have 43 and 44.
Yeah.
So
now, I mean, you can get Halsey there. You can get Halsey if you want to go safety and you want to go somewhere else here. We can do that. Do we think the edge group?
I mean, if we're going best player available, it really is McDonald here, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I just don't see them doing the defensive tackle thing.
Okay.
It's a great player. I just don't see him doing it.
Scotty, we made one pick. We got 12.
What about Cooper Jr.? You want to go weapon? What about the wide receiver?
He's phenomenal.
I mean, you want to have some fun? He's a Green Bay through and through wide receiver.
In the first round, though,
it's iffy.
A little not Green Bay.
So 43, 44, right? What do we feel? What group? Like, if we want to edge, we got to get one quick. One of those picks. So there's Zion Young.
We'll be able to get it. We'll be able to get an edge in 44, 43.
Right. The only safety is Halsey there that I would take at 43 or 44.
Now we got to worry about wide receiver and cornerback.
Yeah. So I think we go McNeil Warren.
I like McNeil Warren.
We go Zion Young. What do you pick?
I like McNeil Warren.
All right. We'll go McNeil Warren. You guys, you good with that?
I'm fine with that.
All right. Let's see what happens. Chat, we love you. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, we got sniped. All right.
Well, we're 2 in a row right now.
Two in a row. All right. So 2 in a row. Here are our picks. Spencer Fano, McNeil Warren. All right. So now we have Caleb Banks still available, Christian Miller, Hill Jr.
Your boy Gabe.
Giacchis has got, I think I'd go. See, this is where I would have went maybe Halsey if we didn't go. But it doesn't matter. We got Giacchis, so that's fine. So we can
go with a receiver.
Who are the receivers available? Brazel, Antonio Williams, Branch, and then we got. Chat, what are you saying? I like Sutton.
Go Gabe right now. Go Gabe.
Yeah,
right
let's
now.
go Gabe. Gabe's my guy.
Go Gabe right now.
You like him too.
Yes, I do.
All right. So now let's have some fun. Now we can have a little fun with this pick. We have a a safety. We have a tackle. We have an edge. We can look at wide receiver, corner. We can go anywhere. We can go offensive guard. You want to finish out?
I would go with Brazel.
With who?
I would go with the Tennessee wide receiver.
Let's do it. You want to have some fun?
Yeah.
Let's have some fun. Let me just make sure. Look at the corners. Pond, Scott. Yeah,
we got corners a couple of picks later.
Let's go with the wide. I like it. All right, let's do it.
Oh, let's just see what else is. Let's just see who else is available.
No.
Oh, you already did it. You already did it.
Yeah, I already did it.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. Let's see who's on the board. We can move up. Sonny. Gold Day. Let's go. Come on. What's the chat saying? It's a culture. Please trade back. No, great draft so far. All right. Surratt, Jolly. All right, we're on the clock. I'll tell you, man. That's nice, but we're not taking them. But that's pretty nice there. All right. Who got picked in front of us? Good. Let's go to boy. That's interesting. You want to get double weapons, Jason? What are you looking at here? Let's look at the corner group. Will Lee, Muhammad. We got to get a corner pretty soon.
Yeah.
Here.
I would go.
Let's see. Let's look at the offensive line. I always like to look, turn in, guard.
I would go Hurst and worry about cornerback double up later.
Yeah,
like
let's double up on the wide receivers.
Double up on the wide receiver. Go with Hurst.
Let me see what else is available. Wheatley, Muhammad, Sutton, Halton's nice there. But let's go. I agree with you. That's where my eye went first. Let's go Hurst. All right. All right, so now we're up at 87.
Now we got a couple picks coming up. I think we have to go corner here for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. There's a run on corner happening.
Let's go with our corner.
There's a run on corner happening. I always like to adjust the board, look at it real quick. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
I mean, this does not fall into the BPA mind, which is fine.
I say we go
Will Lee. I say we go Will Lee and then Neal next.
I actually like Neal better than Lee.
I do too, but we're in. If you want,
I mean, I think we could fall back on Devin Moore though. Like you want to go two corners here?
Two corners. I would say two corners. Let's just reset. See how we're pacing right now.
You know what? Hold on.
Oh boy, your boy Farmer.
Farmer's there. What about Trigg?
Nah, yeah, but I didn't like.
You wanted a tight end.
I didn't like his pro day. We can go with Endries later. We can go with Raritan later.
Yeah,
the dentist is available. Just saying.
He's available. So I think we got to go corner here at 87, though, right?
We need a corner.
Now, I like these three guys in the top. I like all six of these guys, actually.
You know what? I say we get one of them.
I think we get one. I don't think
we get Demings in a little bit. I say we go Farmer right now.
Yeah. Let's go offensive line.
We'll go Farmer right now and then the corner.
The Bears got back-to-back picks here.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Let's go Farmer.
Go Farmer. That's fine.
We got to get the
Julian
corner.
Neal.
Yeah.
And I say we go Julian Neal, and then in a couple of picks, we go with
there's some good players here.
I know.
Wheatley made it that far?
That's Lewis,
crazy. Too. Chat, what's going on? I got to get to the chat. I got to pull up the comments. Hold on. Let me get to my screen.
We need a corner. We need a corner right now, but do we go DD? I mean, I said that DDS is not going to be available at 90. He's not going to be available at 90.
What about the tight end, man? We get the tight end. I think
I don't like. I'm off Trigg though. I'm off. Trigg.
What happened?
Well, he had a horrible pro year. He couldn't jump. He's got off-field shit.
He's got an unbelievable arm length. All right, we got to get a tight end though. All right, chat. Sorry. Bring
not
up
as more important as a cornerback. We need a cornerback.
I have this on the other screen.
I would go Julian Neal right now.
Bring some of the chat up, like when you click on it. Bring them up because I can't go to the other screen.
No on a tight end.
All right.
Sutton.
So we want to go corner, right?
I think we go corner right now. Julian Neal. I think he is a Green Bay mold kind of player.
And we got 94, right? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. we got two more picks.
There was a corner run. Let's go Julian Neal.
Yeah, go Julian Neal for sure. And I would go DDS next if he's available. No.
I mean,
no.
Give me 141 is nice. I can get. God, there's some players available though, man.
I would go DDS now, and then the next pick we go with Demings, cornerback. We can't pass up on DDS here. Yeah. That's just we have Jackus and DDS. We have pass rushers.
Austin Barber, nice there.
We already got our offensive line. Do we go?
I just like to look, yeah, I agree with you. Let's go with the edge.
EDS.
It's an edge show. We got two.
It is the edge show, exactly. Now let's see what we have. We have a long run a little bit.
Like we can always move up here. I told you I don't mind moving up.
Will we go farmer?
Yeah.
So let's see. We have. All right.
Man, there's some. Anybody you want to trade up for?
No, I'm not flipping. I'm pretty happy right now. Retiring.
Yeah, I think it's a good draft.
I think I'm dancing on the table. I'm not necessarily flipping right.
You'll thank me for Fano later.
I want Demings right yet. I want Demings as our second cornerback of the draft.
Let's see who falls.
Coming up in a couple of picks. Go to the cornerbacks. Up here it comes. Here it comes.
Let's see. Hold on. Ooh, Judd Battery. All right. So
go to the corners. Go to the corner. We need two corners.
Man, he
You wanted Fano. I want Demings.
All right. Yeah.
I want Demings.
Okay. What's our next pick? 151?
That's your tight end pick.
All right. Hopefully he makes. Who's the tight ends there?
Delp, Roush.
I don't know if we're gonna go up and get. We're gonna go up and get Oscar Delp. I'm going up to get the speed guy. They're talking about speed. We're gonna get a speed tight end. We're gonna make up for that. All right. You want Demings?
Go to the corners.
You want Demings?
I want Demings.
All right.
I love his story. I love his hunger.
You got him.
And our boy Justin Mello.
Yeah, he likes him. We got him.
He likes him a lot. Do it.
All right, I got him. All right.
All right, now 150 is the tight end spot.
We're going up to get our tight end.
I don't know if we need to.
Let's call up the Saints. I want to see what they'll take. I want to get the athletic tight end, but damn, I like Roush too, though.
That's what I'm saying. Roush or Delp,
right.
we're going to be able to.
Who would you rather have, Chat, to get the other tight?
I like them both.
They like Delp. Let's get
let's go up and get Delp. Yeah, let's give them what they want.
Let's go up and get them.
All right, let's give them what they want.
All right, 132.
Yeah. San Francisco might be all over them, so let's trade with the Saints.
We'll give you 151. Damn, they're not taking that.
They're not good. No. Take the seventh. Take the seventh off.
All right.
They're gonna accept that? Nah.
I'll give them the extra. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but
let's see again. Hold on.
See if they just take our two sets.
A 7th next year and a 6th. It wasn't our pick anyways. Let's just do it. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see if they take it. All right.
Okay.
They took it.
Pick Delp and then get a quarterback.
We got the tight end, guys. We got the athletic tight end, baby. We got him. How's that final pick looking?
What quarterbacks are left?
Oh, go. Don't get me excited. Ooh. Come on.
There's no way he lasts.
Oh, we don't have 151. I forgot.
I traded it away.
I'm going up and get him. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we gotta wait. While we're waiting,
we're at 227.
We got one more pick.
Yeah.
Oh, we got 2 7ths. See what we have in terms of the picks. See what we did.
I wouldn't mind we get Cole Payton.
That's fine.
This is a good draft. Fano, McNeil, Warren, Gabe Yackis, Brazel, Hurst, Neal, Sutton, Dem. We filled everything. Who's available, man? We're at 227. Drew Lar's on the table. Let's go up and get him, Sarny. Drew Lar's still there.
We can't go up and get anybody. He's gone. We can't go up and get anybody. We can't make a trade. Yeah, we're not making a trade with future picks anymore.
No, we got 227 and 238. You want to just trade both of those to go up?
Sure. To the Patriots? Sure.
Yeah. Or no?
Sure. Try it.
Or do we want 2 players other than Lar?
Try it and we'll get our quarterback.
All right. We're gonna get our quarterback.
All right.
My friends, that's how you want to draft for, baby.
Let's see how it looks. Well, this was a wild one. How many picks did we end up getting? Was it 11 or 12?
I don't know. I'll tell you right now. I mean, there's only so many. The team's not going to do more than 12 picks. I mean, let's wait till it gets to the
main screen. Yeah.
Check out the chat. How's the chat doing, Sonny?
Chat's chilling right now. How we doing, chat?
The dentist, Simon D. We thank you guys so much, guys. Make sure you're subscribed. You're liking the video. 3,000. We get it. We are going to give away Dolphins draft cap. We're giving away the Fins Faithful hat. Drew Holler's a waste. We needed a quarterback. They said they were going to take one.
We're trying to also mold into what they're saying.
Yeah.
You know what Sullivan. All right, let's see. Hold on. Let's take the comment down.
Take it down for me. All right, here's the draft. So Spencer Fanu, we got a tackle who can play all positions. Okay, tackle, guard, even center. That's the difference between him and a guy who's just a sole right tackle. He can here. Let me sell you on him real quick.
I like this draft.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Let's say let's say there's a world that Austin Jackson's playing well. You have Blake Miller. What are you going to do? I love Blake Miller. I love a Hanachor. Hanachor can move into guard, but he's got tackle frame. This kid can be your right tackle next year. I think he's better than Austin Jackson right now. And he's a absolute fit like a glove scheme fit, runs 4.91, unbelievable athleticism. The safety, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. Gabe Yakis on the edge, a bull in a china shop. We got the exciting, big, physical outside receiver. Then we teamed him up with the upside, another big, fast, physical receiver. Then we went inside the guard. We potentially could have solved the future on the right side. Big corner, the edge, the dentist, Danny Dennis Sutton, Charles Deming, who's a corner, fellas. I got to tell you, might not make it. Probably won't make it to 130. Then we didn't take Sadiq, but we got probably the second or third best athlete at that position, Oscar Delp, and then we traded up for our quarterback. I think it's a really good draft. We ended up getting 11 players. So, your thoughts, Arnie?
I like it. Fun. Choose your own adventure. If we went a different way, how it could have played out. But I'm looking at a solidification potentially of the line. I'm looking at 3 game changers on the secondary, 2 starting receivers, 2 edges. I think we did really well. And then you throw in Delp. Then you throw in a developmental quarterback. I like it a lot. I'm going to give it an A. I think that this was a better draft than our last draft. We improved. It was fun with the trades. Definitely, chat. You guys were all up in there, man. Really love it. And I thought this was a good draft. I mean, at the end of the day, you doubled up on key positions. This was an edge show, doubled up on edge. You need 2 receivers. We got 2 big-bodied receivers to go with a couple of speed guys that they brought in. You're happy with Fano. I'm happy with Emmanuel McNeil-Warren.
I mean, you're not happy. You're not happy with Fano.
I'm not happy at all.
Yeah.
I'm not happy at all. Like I'm
Sadiq,
happy.
I like. Don't get me wrong. I like Sadiq, but as a first franchise pick, I don't know. Trades were great. Scotty said trades were great. This is a really good draft. Delp's not a solid blocker, but not solid blocker, not great. But he played with a fracture on football last year. Traded with the chest F. Sure glad this won't be our draft. Sorry, it's all right, Robert. I get it, man. You're not gonna like all of them. It's every draft's different. It's not for everybody, especially Sutton and Alar. Anyone see the draft hats? Yeah, they're awesome this year. They really are, man. This was fun. A-. D gave us an A-, and D's a good, tough grader. So I like it, man. I thought it was fantastic. We had fun at the top. We had a decision to make. That happens in the war room. Sadiq's the best tight end. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say he's the best tight end in the last several years. I mean, I think Bauer's pretty good, man. Bauer's pretty good. Warren's pretty good. Love Sadiq, the athlete and the player. Don't get me wrong. Fanu is better than Sadiq, but is McNeil better than Sadiq? Fanu is better than Sadiq, but is McNeil better than? No, I'd go Sadiq. I give it a B+. Solid draft. I like it. Guess what? We'll see you Thursday. And guess what we're talking? Why did I save the tight end pick? Because Thursday, Sonny, what position are we going over?
Let me guess. Tight end.
Tight ends. Good chance we might shoot for a tight end high in that draft. So this kind of set it up. Why would I take the tight end when we're doing a tight end show coming up? And the only thing's missing is TJ Power. Bowers is better, but injured. Sadiq would have been fair point. Great player. Don't get me wrong. Dolcic. Guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate it. This has been a fantastic show. Sorry we missed you guys yesterday. A little scheduling conflict, but we figured
blame
out.
New Jersey Transit. Don't blame me.
Well, yeah. It's tough if we're going late and we're like, let's just wait. Let's not rush it and go too late. So we appreciate everybody who joined us, guys. Thank you guys so much in the chat. You can't imagine how much better it makes us when you guys are involved. We're taking you up. We'll be live all 3 days for the draft. Make sure you share this. If you're watching on replay, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. Not only subscribe, put on the notification. We'll see you Thursday night back in the war room with the tight end group. Are we going to get Sadiq on Thursday, Jason Sonny? We might.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. See you. Good night, guys. Tight end, better draft Sadiq. Replacement for Eagle was not drafted.
Well, duly noted, D. Duly noted, D.
And George won't draft Sadiq on Thursday. I got you. All right, guys. For Jason Sarney, for myself, guys, stay Fins Faith. We'll see you on Thursday night. We are out.